Welcome back to the channel, Powerlifting fans. Today we dive into the most intense showdown of the IPF Classic World Championship 2025.
Go ahead, Amelia.
Sorry, I was just saying, then looking at the nominations coming into this, of course, Kazakhstan a big favourite, but looking at the openers, Ivan a huge favourite.
It's just when you're looking at the 59s today, it's so difficult to call favorites. Anything can happen. Whoa, but that was powerful, Amelia.
I'll tell you what, the Spanish can squat for certain. 2-1, a good lift. Not only is he a phenomenal squatter, he has a very impressive deadlift on him as well. Very snappy. I think the second best deadlift in the class.
In USVI.
Our penultimate opener of the flight. So I believe from what I'm seeing, actually 5 of the 12 changed their openers. Varying ways. Kwaku, one of those 5.
We have, unlike most years in the past, several 59s who can go over 600 kilos. Kwaku's one of them.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with an opener like that. 3 white lights.
And this is the 59 kilo class we've ever seen, and only 3 podium spots and 1 world title. Two-time world champion representing France, etching close to that 10-year mark. Already a stellar resume, and the former world champion an excellent opportunity to add another world title to that resume. 210.
With a best squat of 223. Hopefully a nice easy opener for Antoine. And it is.
Wow. Personal best at 223. Looks like we might get there, maybe even beyond.
A lovely opener there. And it doesn't get easier, I'll tell you what, to make the class, make the weight as the years go on. You're going to add more muscle and it's only going to get harder. Opens up the door.
Ivan Campano 210 as well.
I would argue perhaps it's worth the risk in Xiong's case to perhaps go up a little bit for his third. It wasn't hard.
I'd be okay with it. If you were out of contention, it's a different consideration, but he's in the mix. Can't afford to lose ground. Very strong today.
On depth, unfortunately.
Jury's been active. And Kwaku, 212.5.
7.5 kilo jump. 5 kilos below his best and wants a little bit of encouragement from the crowd here today in Chemnitz.
Nice second attempt for Kwaku. 3 white lights. He's previously squatted 217.5. I think around there for his third attempt. Hold pace. Antoine Garcia 225 for his second attempt. We're already 2 kilos past his personal best, and his personal best netted him a world title, perhaps foreshadowing Amelia. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
We'll have to see how this pans out, but he is looking very strong today. 15 kilo jump moves him to squat gold for the time being, heading into the third final round of squats.
In prep, He squatted 230.5. Now, preparation in the gym is one thing, Worlds is another, but if he hits this, you can see they might be loading something around that range for his third. Yeah, maybe another 5 kilos.
Yeah, of course, can't take the chip because the world record is 240 kilos, so can't pick one up here, but it is poking a head round. I think perhaps USVI seeing if they can push for that squat gold.
Yeah, USVI has multiple time bench. We got deadlift. It can shake up further. 215 for Campano.
And I'll tell you, Yoshioka from Japan is left, if he gets his third attempt, just 10 kilos behind podium with Seong there.
In this squat event, at least, this will move Ivan from third to second. Remember, we got medals in every single event. Nice third attempt, Amelia.
He is just such a good competitor. 3 white lights, a good lift, and international after international, he proved.
And that is a personal best squat for him.
It's hard out here.
It is hard out here. And these 59s are digging deep. They're going to have to dig a little bit deeper. 217.5 for Kwaku, matching his personal best should he hit it. And doors of opportunity are swinging open every time somebody misses or decides not to take one of their squat attempts, and we've seen quite a bit of it.
Yeah, Kwaku creeping up. If he gets this, matching his squat PB, moves into squat silver, but then just 12.5 kilos behind Seong of France on overall prognosis. Phenomenal third attempt. Ah.
And the squat calls continue. And we were watching.
There is a glimmer of hope in that he has a white light. The jury can look at it.
It's hard to see from that. That replay really didn't show much than 30 kilos for Antoine Garcia. And my goodness, what an exciting, unexpected, hard to call squat event for day one.
Yeah, wow. Only 2 out of 11 so far have gone 3 for 3 on squats. Can Garcia make that a third?
This will be a personal best for him. Again, he's hit 230.5 in training for this. Indications in prep say this is a reasonable attempt by Team France. He does not have the biggest deadlift. He's got a serviceable deadlift. He needs these kilos in the squat event. Good depth there. Oh, yeah, he's confident too.
Yeah, looks like he gets those kilos. 3 white lights, a good lift, and he is in great form today.
Very proud, pointing to the French flag. This 59 kilo class we've ever seen. Antoine Garcia going 3 for 3, building upon those, the platform.
Usually an easy enough fix, and we hope it is in this case.
125 for Kwaku.
23 years old, so fresh out the juniors.
Amongst those lifters capable of 600 kilos, he's in that discussion.
Very solid opener.
That's exactly what you want your opener to look like. 2 to 1, it's good. 1
Side
yellow.
angle. A yellow could be a plethora of things on bench, but it looks like that was for lifting of the bar. No lift for Kwaku.
And that's going to be a conversation in the back between Kimberly Wofford and Kwaku. How do they proceed? More surprises. And these are people hunting down medals, podium favorites, jury overturns, missed lifts. 127.5. Speaking of a medal favorite, Antoine Garcia, former world champ. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, already having some drama here on bench. It seems the center referee not happy with how extended his arms were. Arms need to be as locked out as the lifter is capable of doing.
Please give him the command. He's got it.
With 4 seconds to spare. Wow.
My goodness. And this has been a rather tense morning session, Amelia.
Yeah, I was not quite all the championships to be so dramatic.
Okay, that was when he got the command, I was going to say. Now, Antoine left the platform, gave a look back like, what was that all about? And Ivan Campano, 137.5. In prep for this, he hit 140. As always, the discussion with the 59s. What was the body weight in prep? Can you bring it to the platform? Well, if he's opening 137.5, I'm assuming the cut was gentle.
He is in a very, very good position for that overall.
And you see that unique bench press style Meg Scanlon and some of the other lifters use.
Which I've seen a little more frequently now, them clamping down on, you know, that was a perfect example of how to do it well. What you don't want to see is the bar dip again and then using their body to
Just
push up.
2.5 kilos.
Yeah, I think looking to stay hopefully in reaching distance of the podium should any of those lifters miss, but you know, the gap is definitely growing. I think perhaps a little flustered there. I'm not sure what he was communicating with his coach.
He has a wristband, might be a watch, but it's all good. He just wanted to double check. Kimberly Walford handling him today, let him know you're all good. Continue on. And I think the move up, despite the miss, it's because he's in contention for a podium. And that's a different conversation. Should be good. 3 white lights, and there it is. So there's 2.5 kilos they pick up, and you're talking about a medal at IPF Worlds. You have to have all these kind of talking points. Could you move up? If you do, just 2.5. What do we think? Antoine Garcia, 132.5. He hit 140.5 in prep. Now, I understand that's in prep, but in prep, he hit 230.5 and hit 230 on the platform. Seems to be bringing these preparation numbers to the platform so far today. If you're using that as a bit of a measuring stick. Let's see how 132.5 as a second moves.
Lovely looking second attempt there. 3 white lights, a good lift, and he's doing a great job of just collecting every kilo he can. And like you said, he collected the kilos he needed in squats, which is where.
And 142.5 for Ivan Campano Diaz of Spain. Looking at the forecast, which takes all your completed lifts and assumes you're going to get your opening deadlift. Already Ivan and Garcia at 600 and 602.5. And we might see more from the 59s.
He moved very well. And a good lift, 3 white lights. I was a little worried about his head.
I was also. I heard when you saw what I saw, and you hesitated to say anything until you don't want to influence the jury. We're awfully close to it right now. But
not quite a gasp, maybe a deep inhale.
Okay.
Well,
he held firm there for a hot second. And hats off to him, because that is the hardest part to grind. 135 for Antoine Garcia. And he is toe-to-toe battling out with Ivan from Spain.
Yeah, he knows Ivan has a slightly bigger deadlift, and so is looking to rack up all the kilos he can. France taking the sensible 2.5 kilo jump, which is well worth utilizing.
Oh my goodness, that was the right call.
And there he is, Mr. Consistent, 2
Wow.
to 1.
I mean, that half a kilo more, and he hit more in prep for this. He hit 140.5. Team France on the surface going conservative. That was absolutely the right call to make.
Yeah. Wow.
Well played by Team France to keep him in the hunt. He's going to need those kilos. And 135 for Kwaku, U.S. Virgin Islands. Missed 125 in his opener. Went up 2.5 kilos regardless. Hit it relatively smoothly. 135 now for his third and final.
Yeah, looking to stay as close to Seong as he can. Should Brian make any mistakes during deadlifts. It's a long pause command.
Too long, as it were.
Yeah, you get the press command when the center referee is happy that the bar is more or less, or it could be a while. So let's have a look here.
Campano. 147.5. Spain and France battling for that gold overall. Every kilo's going to count. Here's 5 he could pick up. Several years he's had the capabilities, a lot of potential. Can he bring it all together today? Wow, that was quick. Wow, that was quick.
That
3
is
white
good.
lights.
Yeah, wow. And he's an extremely, all his lifts, you know, you'll see it on his deadlift, is extremely explosive and a real rising star. Sorry, second youngest, Kwang is younger.
We have wily veterans in the 59 kilo class and some rising stars. Kwaku's among the rising stars.
Yeah, absolutely is, you know, on prognosis at the moment in 4th, and Song really needs to lift well because he's going to push him if he makes any misses.
That was smooth, and there's a lot more where that came from.
Really snappy look out there.
Antoine Garcia, he's pulled 255. And Antoine had a great squat and bench press event, but under heavy fire here from Team Spain in the deadlifts.
Yeah, especially with Campano Diaz slightly upping that opener, so looking to make the gap even larger with their opening attempts if he can. Garcia needs to make this look good. And he does. The speed was good. Let's wait for the lights. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Ivan Campano Diaz, opening at 247.5.
Is successful with this 247.5. He'll already be at 610.
Yeah, absolutely huge.
That would be a personal best total for him, huge, with his opening pull. And for comparison, Garcia is at 600. He'll have a 10 kilo advantage, but how smooth will this be? A lot of ground can be covered.
I say this, Ryan, expect snappy.
Wow. And there's a lot more room where that came from.
He is a phenomenal deadlift. That was 7.5 kilos above the junior world record on total. Coming in hot to the opens.
He has pulled for Antoine Garcia. If he hits this, he's neck and neck with Ivan. and he's slightly less body weight. And you could see where Team France is going to start applying pressure now, forcing the Spaniard to not miss, continue that trend. And if he does miss, and Garcia keeps hitting, he'll win on body weight. Let's see what happens.
And it is a good lift, but a little bit more laborious there, Ryan.
He's previously hit 255. I don't know if he's going to have 255 today.
No, and with the kind of jump and strength that Campano Diaz is making and has today, you know, should he make a
When
second?
it comes down to the gold medal, I've seen people, when inspired and have tough second attempts, come out, hit weights I would not have anticipated for the thirds. Kwaku, 247.5. He's trying to hold back the charge of the other 59s who are threatening to get onto the podium.
That's lovely.
Yeah, that was a really good second attempt.
Really nice and patient off the floor, rewarded with currently sat in bronze overall.
Absolutely lovely.
And it, you know, puts a lot of pressure on Brian Xiong of France.
Obviously, Brian, who just smoked 250, will be pulling after Kwaku. It's an enviable position for Team France. They'll load what they think they need to load for that bronze medal, but it's going to come down to the last pull, and Ivan, 265.
And this is just 10.5 kilos below the world record deadlift in the 59s.
A little tougher though, Amelia.
It is a good lift, and yeah, it is tougher than I'd expect to see for Ivan, but that does put him in a Garcia get his third pull. If they keep it the same, he's 12.5 kilos ahead with that second pull. But I agree, it was tough.
And he's hoping enough to make all the other challengers stop looking at his silver medal and start fighting for the bronze.
Yeah, gold is out of reach now, but that silver, like you said, can still be clung on to.
Six to 15 will still be a personal best for him. Oh, the knees locked just a stitch too early, and he's unable to regain form.
And I've got to say, I don't think that position for the silver, I'd be very surprised to see if that is the case, because if Kwaku now makes this lift, it means that Brian would have to lift half a kilo below the world record, because he's heavier.
Now this is 7.5 kilos more than Kwaku's ever pulled. It's a big ask, but he's trying to solidify himself as a bronze medalist at IPF Worlds.
As a junior at that. Not today, unfortunately, but what a phenomenal young man to be able to come out and do that. And I think we'll see him in a few.
I know what he was doing. It was a big ask, but the bronze medal was within reach. They had to try to make it, as you alluded to, out of reach for Ivan Campano, which will give him 637.5, over 95% of the world record.
Yeah, this is for that ticket to Sheffield. And at that, you can see his priorities, because it's half a kilo below the world deadlift record. We know which one he wants more.
Waskar of US unable to attend, but if these two had clashed.
Oh, and look at that finish from Ivan.
Excellent final pull, and 3 white lights. There is your 2025 59-kilo world champion, Ivan Campano of world for so many years, the discussion, and now he lives up to it, Amelia.
He does indeed, and he just punched his ticket to Sheffield 2026, I believe that.
From electric deadlifts to record-breaking squats, the 59-kilogram men's category gave us everything drama, domination, and legacy moments. Who impressed you the most? Drop it in the comments. Want breakdowns of lifter techniques or full coverage of the 66-kilogram and 74-kilogram classes? Hit subscribe and join the strength community.
Yeah, 610 kilos. And the world champion in the 59 kilo category is from Spain, Ivan Campano Diaz, with a 637.5 kilo total. Please all stand up for the national anthem of Spain. Well done, amazing job to all of you, and congratulations. Let's give the guys another round of applause as they walk off the platform